What is going on, everyone? My name is John from Random Chivos, and just yesterday Bethesda released their brand new Wasteland Workshop trailer along with an official release date of April 12th, and I could not be more excited about it. The link for the full trailer will be down below in the description, so check that out if you want the full experience without all my commentating behind it. And don't expect any new quest signs from this DLC, but be more excited by all the new mechanics and items that are going to be added into the game to give your settlement that cutting edge it needs. In this video, however, I will be breaking down the brand new trailer scene by scene and pointing out some new things you might have missed yourself, along with my opinion on what I think is good and bad about the new DLC and if it's worth your $5 or regional equivalent. Anyways guys, let's just jump right into the video. So at the beginning of the trailer, we get these montage of fighting enemies, but we don't really get anything new added to the game. Then the sole survivor starts narrating throughout the entire video, explaining as he goes along. And I wanted to go ahead and pause in this scene real quick though and point out the buses located behind this guy in Dogmeat. I don't remember there being a location on the game that looked anything like this, so perhaps this is either something new added by Bethesda, or perhaps it may even be an arena of some sort for the new fighting mechanism. Not quite sure, but it's still interesting to think about. Moving on to the next scene, there are quite a few new items here, and the biggest being a new concrete building preset, so we will finally be able to build structures that aren't metal or wood. There are also a few new light features in the game, including these two porch lights that are located next to the door, so that's pretty cool. And then if you look up into the window of the building, you will also notice those long light strips that you would see normally at an office or school. Lastly, you will notice outside these sort of old school curved street lamps across the dock, which can add a nice touch to places like Sanctuary with no lighting at all. The last thing I wanted to point out here was the American flag above the door. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe you could add flags like this to your structures before. And what's also interesting is the fact that the stars on the flag are for the 13 colonies, not the current 50 states we have now. Which means we might be able to choose different flag models, but like I said before, correct me if I'm wrong if this is just already in the game and I'm just not remembering it. In the next scene, we get to see the brand new garden plot, which allows you to plant up to 4 plants virtually anywhere, as you can see from the video, since they are laying it inside of a building. It will require wood and fertilizer to build, so it is a very inexpensive piece to add, but I'm really glad they did. I always seem to have problems with planting food for settlers due to the ground levels that can change and fall out, and now I'll be able to keep the food types organized as well, and then also know which settlers are working on what. Now the next scene in the video I'm sure will make many players happy. For those who hate radiation and wish they had an easier way to be rid of it, then all you must do is build a decontamination arch, which I'm assuming will remove all radiation you have at that time. So no more wasting caps on Radaway, just simply walk through this machine and you're good to go. This will definitely come in use for those playing the new survival mode, since it will allow you to basically stay alive just by revisiting any of your settlements. Let me just rewind a bit and you will notice again the new concrete structure I was talking about before, and you will see what looks like walls, floors, and some kind of tile, and then stairs, so plenty of new things to build, and I think concrete will look really cool in all of our settlements. Moving forward again, something I noticed in the background was a fusion core generator. I'm sure you have seen these around the wasteland before and stole the fusion core from within it, but perhaps now we can actually build it and use it to power our electronics. Not sure if this means we have to use our power core inventory or one will just last forever, but it will be interesting to see how much power this thing can actually produce. Next up, we have more scenes showing off the new concrete structures we can build and all the varieties of walls and floors that come with it. I don't want to go into too much detail here, but the thing that really caught my eye was the ability to build the rounded floor edges, which is really cool and can add a nice aesthetic feel to your settlement. Next, they do show more of the walls, including what seems like a graded one and others with bars that sort of replicate a prison. They also give us a pillar looking one, so maybe we can use this to build second stories or to just fill in the cracks to make the buildings look that much better. After that, they show a quick scene of attaching wires and setting up your new concrete building, and then we get a scene of what looks like inside these new concrete structures, along with the new letter signs we can implement like the liquor one above the survivor. But the most interesting to me would be the various boxes located around the room. To the far right we have guns, in the middle we have storage, and then to the left we have one that just says stuff. So perhaps we can use this new sign feature to just simply stick name tags on our stuff to just help organize our settlement a bit better. Let's zoom in a bit and you will notice on the back wall the new taxidermy head on the wall, so you'll be able to keep your kills as trophies now, and we will get a better look at these towards the end of the video. You will also notice in the far left a new neon light sign that says 02, which kind of reminds me of how you'd keep track of a baseball game scoring. So maybe you could use this in the new arena fighting or just to count sheep, whatever works best for you really. Some more defenses have also been added into the game, including the nasty little spring-loaded trap. This one sort of reminds me of a mouse trap, and it will add 1 defense to your settlement. You will also notice below in the menus that we do have a variety of different traps, including some that weren't shown in the trailer, so those will be cool to see when the game actually releases. Next, they show the saw blade trap, which requires power this time to activate, but really, how much cooler can it get than just having your very own saw spinning back and forth, almost as if you could make your own horror maze out of these alone. The final trap in the trailer is the spike trap, which kind of incorporates itself inside of a building floor, and being pressure plated will shoot the spikes up at anyone that walks over it. As you can see, the raider didn't even know what hit him. Moving on, we probably have the coolest new feature in the game, and that would be the cages to contain our very own wasteland creatures. The one on screen is for a Mirelurk, and more specifically a Mirelurk King, and as you can see from the requirements, it actually needs 4 Mirelurk eggs to build, and I'm assuming these will be used as some kind of bait to attract them into the cages into the first place. You will also notice below in the menu system that the cages will be separated by sizes, and then specifics for what kind of creature you are trying to capture. The cages will be labeled, which is a nice feature to have, and if you turn the power off, it will release the creature, so be prepared for that. But now they show this brand new item called a beta wave emitter, which will allow creatures released from cages to be non-aggressive towards you and the settlers, so I'm thinking we can have Mirelurks and Deathclaws walking around, which would be a really cool feature to have. The beta emitter does require some extensive materials and a few perks that can be hard to get though, so this will most likely be a high level character feature. You will see real quickly the tamed Mirelurk now, and then a quick glimpse of some smaller cages that include dogs and cats, so if you're an animal lover like myself, you might end up with a house full of them. Next up, we get another glimpse at the arena that was shown in the promotional picture a few months ago, but this time with a bit of action behind it. Before we get to that though, I want to point out a few new things like this lamppost to the far right on screen. This is just going to be another light feature that would be a great thing to place around the streets of your settlement to light up the night. Then if you look all the way to the top left, we have what looks like a traffic light, so this would be a cool another aesthetic feature to add as well. You will also notice next to the Deathclaw cage another beta emitter, which is interesting since it's supposed to tame creatures, but perhaps this one instead of taming actually instigates the creature to make the fights a little bit more interesting. As the clip plays on though, you will notice that the man in the power armor turns out to be Preston Garvey, which sort of indicates to me that you can send your companions into the arena and fight the battles for you, which is also really cool because I'd love to see Strong go head to head with a Deathclaw. Next we get this sort of montage of all the new taxidermy items I had mentioned before, so that's a really cool feature to have. Perhaps when you kill the creatures now, they might drop an item like a head to later use and build with in the settlement. Our last scene is Bethesda showing off all the new lighting systems and neon signs that we can incorporate into our settlement to help them stand out, including the programmable lights on the bottom of the screen. So there's a lot of new things coming to this DLC, especially for only a $5 price tag. So if you don't have the season pass and you're interested in creating fancy settlements, I would definitely recommend picking up this add-on at least, if nothing else. Anyways guys, this was my in-depth analysis of the new Wasteland Workshop trailer and some of the new features coming to the game. Please leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more Fallout 4 content along with any other game that comes out in the near future. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.